Hi guys, we were out delivering some Postmates and we came up on a cop doing a traffic stop. So we'll do a little cop watching. Sometimes we do, my girlfriend and I do Postmates deliveries to make a little extra spending money. And while we're out, sometimes I run across stops. So it's a win-win. The stop was already in progress, so I have no idea what it's about.
You need help, miss? Are you okay?
I'm good.
Okay.
Let's see, we are on Alvarado and Guava. If you're from the La Mesa area, it's down by El Pollo Loco, kind of like right where you get on the 8. There's like a dollar store and a Burlington Coat Factory down here. It doesn't sound, he's kind of smiling, so kind of laughing with the person he pulled over, so maybe it's not a bad stop. Hopefully it's just a warning, right? Or just don't do that again, please. Definitely keeping an eye on us. Oh, they have backup. Good evening.
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You have any questions or anything?
No, just making sure everybody stays honest and practicing my First Amendment rights, being the
Good,
press.
Good. Good. I'm glad you're doing that.
Thank you. Thank you. Now that's an awesome attitude. And I guess I was probably wrong with my thinking about the stop wasn't going to be much, huh, when they called for backup. Hey, can we get your name and badge number?
What's that?
Can we get your name and badge number?
Yeah, it's Sergeant Gaitan.
Huh?
Hang on. I'll write it down for you.
You want to give a shout out to Mom or anybody? You'll be on YouTube. You're making yourself and the police look very good tonight for being professional.
Here you go. It's my name.
Thank you very
and
much.
ID number.
I'll ask my YouTube subscribers to call the police station and give a good word for you.
All right, sir.
Ma'am.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. So I think we should do that. We had some calls last time when they hemmed me up. It was actually just a block away. Up around the corner was where they put me out in the, or they came out in the road and they accused me of being a meth head and all kinds of crazy stuff and drunk, and this guy was nothing but professional. So I myself am going to call tomorrow and say that this officer was a very professional, and I wish more would act like him. And this is his name and ID number. So I would say, like anytime, don't call the police station and say he did a good job. My girlfriend's so awesome. She just sits in the car and waits on me to do this. She never gets impatient or upset because it takes forever sometimes. She just chills and plays her game on her phone and hangs out waiting. There goes my vape cloud. Well, has everybody started their Christmas shopping? We do a drawing for my girlfriend's family, and that's about it. No one's very religious that I know. It's more of a tradition than the religious aspects of the holiday. Obviously, huh? I don't think the Bible has nothing to do with a fat guy in a suit giving presents to kids, sneaking in the house, pilfering your milk and cookies. Let's zoom in a little better. Okay, that's pretty good. I always think those reflections, the motes, the little blue lights in the video dancing around, they always look kind of neat. It's like there's laser pointers Can you see that one off to the right there, all over that cop? Now it's on the car. Wonder if I can aim it. Oh, kinda. Yep. Oh, cool. Ooh, it's on your head. We put it on the tire of the car. Yep. Oh, there it goes. I got it. Pretty neat. Now I wonder if that'll show up in the video or if I just sound like a crazy lady. That's on the window of the car. Now it's on the other cop. Put that one on him. The things we do for fun. I am obviously used to doing this if what I find interesting is not the whole cop watching bit, but the playing with a little reflection of the light, making it put it where I want on the cop or the truck or whatever. Let's see if I can get around that stoplight over there. Ooh, I'm getting good with that. Well, I picked out some stuff for my phone to help out a little. That one video that I had that was with the snowflake that got all bent about me recording in public. We couldn't hear his conversation with the phone mic, so I bought a shotgun mic, and I bought a mount. It's just one of those, I guess it's a U mount. I don't know what it's called. I forgot the name of it. I got it off Amazon. And it's just a camera mount. And then I bought a little, it's actually made for a camera, so I had to buy a little phone mount to mount onto that. Then the mic will mount on top of that. So hopefully that'll help my sound quality from a distance a little better. And I got I think it's a decent shotgun mic. It wasn't a little tiny one, and it had a lot of good reviews. So hopefully it'll do what I want it to do. It wasn't a cheapo, but it wasn't the most expensive either. I kind of went mid-range with it, so we'll see what happens. I was kind of hoping to get away from that with something. I think it was Johnny 50, but he was up in the LA area, in downtown, or around the Sunset Strip area anyway. And he was saying that people asking was he the paparazzi because of his rig that he's got set up. And I kind of don't want people to think that I'm some kind of professional. My goal is that anyone should be able to come out here and do this. Just stand there with their phone and be the press. Or actually not be the press. Come out here and stand with their phone and press. That was using some of press-on's language there. Press is an adjective. See, I was hoping like with my mic I would be able to scope in and hear some of that stuff. Now they're having their little conversation, seeing what they're going to do to them. Should we let him go? Should we plant drugs on him? Should we hem him up? We got this dumb bitch here videotaping us. We can't get too out of pocket with him. This movement of holding the police accountable is really cramping our style. It's not what I joined the force to be. A good public servant. Although I will say the second guy was very polite and professional, so. And he is on the phone talking to somebody. Duh. Why wouldn't he be on the phone talking to somebody? Thank you, Mrs. Obvious, for your commentary, huh? It's starting to sprinkle out a little bit. I don't know if y'all can see that. We are in our rainy season here in San Diego. We've actually been getting a little bit of rain the last few days. Thanksgiving it rained, and Thanksgiving night. And they just called me from work and asked would I come in on my second day off and work, so probably gonna do that in the rain. Maybe I should have said no, huh? But need the money right now, so I can't turn down any work. And darn it, I had a little deal set up. A friend of mine, her garbage disposal quit working, and I told her I would come take a look at it and see if I could fix it. And if it wasn't too much of a job, I would do it for, if she would take me out to Pho for lunch. I was looking forward to that. So that's not going to happen tomorrow. Just be busy working. I would say it's not looking good because they haven't wrote them a ticket, and they're definitely checking into something. Probably someone has warrants or something along those lines. Sometimes if it's not a serious warrant, they'll go ahead and let them go. They have Texas plates. Maybe they have a Texas warrant. It's totally me guessing, so I don't know what's going on. One time I was coming back from South Korea, and I was coming through customs in LA, and I got asked to go to a little room, and I refused at first. I was like, why do you want me to go to a little room? What did I do? And like, you just need to go in a little room. And I was like, I'm not going in a little room until you tell me what it's for first. And finally they said I have a warrant, and I couldn't figure out for what. And I was like, what could I have a warrant for possibly? And they're like, a bad check. And I was like, I haven't had a checkbook in years. And they're like, oh, it's out of Texas, and it was like a $50 check somewhere, and it was a lot of years old. It turned out that it was when I got divorced the first time. I remember we sat down and went through the checks to make sure before we split up that everything was all good evening, that everything was all paid off before we closed down the bank accounts, but we must have missed one, and that's what it was about. but they didn't make me. They didn't throw me into pokey or nothing. They. But I was flying to Texas because my work van was in Dallas. That's where I got on the plane at, and I asked them, I was like, they're probably going to pick me up in Texas, huh? And they're like, yeah, probably. So I had to call my boss and told him I had a warrant in Texas, and could I sleep on his couch that night and go into the office with him and get on the phone and get it all straightened out before I went there. And it was an ordeal, but it all ended well. I just sent a friend some money. Actually, they went and covered it for me at the magistrate, and emailed me a copy of that it was paid off, and then I just put them a money order in the mail to cover their cost for them. So it worked out okay. But that was a bad feeling to be going through customs and asked to step into a little room. I think that $50 check ended up costing me like $500. And of course I asked my ex-wife would she split it with me, because she's the one that actually wrote the check, but she didn't. Since I'd already paid the money, it was just gone. Yuck. I ran out of juice in my... Got a yucky coil hit. Any of the vapors know that one. Evening. Here's some looky-loos driving by really slow. That's what you shouldn't do. That's what causes a wreck. Just cruise on by, get around them. Especially on the freeway, right? It's like there's a bottleneck and everything's backed up, and you get up there and there's a wreck on the other side of the freeway. It's like, gee whiz. What's wrong with you people? You're going to make this side of the freeway a wreck too if you keep it up. Well, this is what I do to exercise my rights and to hold the police accountable, and I had to sacrifice what I wanted for supper. There's a little fried chicken place down the road. I was going to stop and get fried chicken, but they're going to be closed by the time this gets done. It's not there's only a couple stores. They're in San Diego. It's Crispy's Fried Chicken. It would be kind of nice to go live. I'll be glad when I can do that. It'd be cool to chat with people on these longer ones. Oh, there's that same car came around again. But I don't think the cops noticed that. They're not turkey necking it. I wonder if they know the people that's got pulled over. So let's try a little game for the people that's watched the video from the beginning to this point. We're gonna say 27. Let's make it 27:15. Before you finish watching the video, which I don't know if I can find out or not even by the end, but what would be your guess that if the cops have a truck with Texas plates on it pulled over, which really doesn't mean anything? It could be a rental, but it doesn't really look like a rental. It's kind of a gold color car. There's someone yelling at us. And most rental cars aren't that color. They're just kind of standard color, white or black, or for the most part anyway. It's a little bit older, probably a 2010 maybe. And so I'm thinking out of state warrant, or possibly passenger doesn't have an ID. But it doesn't take that long to ID if you give them your name and birth date, because I've done it. We saw it, and even with me trying not to ID and them having to drag the information out of me, it didn't take this long. So it's not that. Oh, and the mic that I got for any of the video geeks, it uses, oh, that's why I should have did, darn it. I should have just put a video and asked people what their opinion of a good mic was. I got all these awesome resources and people that know this stuff, and I didn't even think to ask, darn it. Oh well, we'll find out. But the mic it takes batteries, so I was guessing that made it, maybe it does a little better than just one that sucked batteries or sucked juice off of my phone, right? So I wonder how I could do that. I guess I could ask if anybody has that kind of mic and the kind of battery life, and also I suppose I could just put a battery in it and leave it on and see how long it takes to run it down, because I definitely don't want it running down like right in the middle of a shot or something, so I can, if I'm getting close to the end of a battery cycle, I can put a new battery in. I think it just takes one AA battery, AAA battery, AA. Yep, it's been a little while. We've been here 31 minutes. He's back on his phone, so I am starving. That fried chicken sounds really, really good. Not gonna make it there, so maybe I'll run by Church's or Popeyes or something. I don't really care for KFC that much. It seems like they used to be good, but they've just gotten kind of blah over the years to me. I guess I'm probably not the only one that thinks that, because I noticed they're adding different things to the menu and trying different things, so maybe usually if something's selling well, you don't tend to mess with what's working, right? I can see why some of the guys like SGV and I think he's really the only one I've seen that has that. Maybe I'm sure there's others that they have that little stick that they just can kind of rest it on, and you don't have to stand there and hold it. If you're moving around, it's not so bad, but just standing in the same spot for a long time kind of gets to you after a little bit. And this one is going on 36 minutes. So we could hear what they were saying. Is it just polite conversation, or are they trying to pump him for information? They don't seem to be too alarmed, I guess, on alert. Their body language seems very casual. We saw that guy come by going to the store. Let's see if this was a video game. See, there's my little dot. It's the sniper. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. Pew! Pew! That one's hard to see. Pew! People watching the cops and running in the back of someone's car. Oh no. He's just being silly because he knows the cops aren't going to quit doing what they're doing and come get him. Well, this turned into a long one. I was thinking traffic stop, it'll be over in 10 minutes. So these people have about an hour gone from their life and their evening. Obviously it can't be for that much if they're just sitting there waiting. That guy looked like a prospect for one of the bike clubs. He had the bottom rocker on his jacket, not the patch or the top rocker. It's kind of hard to tell at night. I know after this, I am going to hit the bed, and nothing is going to feel better than taking this bra off. That's one of the great reliefs in life that I've found, taking your bra off after a long, hard day. Starting to sprinkle a little bit harder now. Hope nothing falls on the lens and makes the video all blurry. I got a 10 plus. It's somewhat waterproof. Definitely sprinkle proof, but it doesn't help if water gets on the lens. It still messes the picture up. Maybe if I hold it up and down at a little bit of an angle, maybe. I'm sure that will happen. Yeah, the one cop has no a very tight buzz haircut, so all the water's running in his eyes. Well, we're coming up on 50 minutes, 48 minutes. "48 minutes is how long this took to decide what they're going to do. That's pretty ridiculous, isn't it? We live in a time when information travels almost instantly, a matter of seconds. You can email people on the other side of the world and they get it very quickly. I mean, really, literally, we know a matter of seconds. But these guys can't call their dispatch, and their dispatch can't do a check and get back with them that quickly. Oops, somebody's driving without their lights on. That probably kind of chaps them, huh? Have to just stand there and do this silliness and let a flagrant light violator drive by. Wow, it has been an hour. Well, 51 minutes. That is pretty lame. Detain these people for 51 minutes. I don't know how you could even justify that, to be honest. Holding someone there for this amount of time. I mean, how is that right in any way? How is that serving anybody? How is that doing anything practical? Hello.
Just recording?
Yes. Hey, if I make a good guess, will you give me a hot, warm, or cold?
For what?
I would say out-of-state warrant, maybe not serious enough to see if you're going to extradite yet or not.
No.
Okay, totally wrong.
But that's a good guess. Sorry, it's not more exciting.
Okay.
Are you like an amateur reporter or?
Yes, I have a YouTube channel.
Oh, okay. What's your YouTube channel?
Spike Love.
Spike Love?
Yes. 2 separate words, capital S, capital L.
Oh, cool. What do you do with that?
I post it. I show good and bad behavior of our public officials.
Okay.
And y'all are rock stars. Y'all are making the police look good tonight.
Okay. Well, that's good. I'm glad. Do you do all public officials or? Just
Yeah,
police officers?
I do police. I do all public officials.
Okay. What's your name?
Spike.
Oh, is that where your YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Okay, Jack.
Nice to meet you.
So, you bring a battery charger?
Nope. It's gonna be a while.
I don't know. It's already been a little while.
I know I've been here an hour and I wasn't even here when you got here.
Yeah. You showed up pretty quick. I saw you, but
Right.
you're just recording.
Yeah.
Whatever rights you use.
Yeah. I'm not causing anyone any harm.
No, you're doing good.
Try to stay back far enough to not crowd you guys.
No, we appreciate that. Some people are very pushy, and it can be an issue, but you're very respectful. So
Well, thank you.
appreciate it.
Oh, there we have a couple good cops. Well, I don't know about good, but so far, I mean, they're very courteous and professional. That's what we want from public servants. So, from my perspective, right now, they're being good cops. He come in, an awesome cop, and told me exactly what was going on, but I know they're not really supposed to do that, which I don't understand why. That's all public record, but they usually won't. That wasn't a good sign when they asked that I bring a battery charger. That means I'm definitely not getting chicken for supper, huh? And I noticed, just thinking about that, some people don't want to tell the cops what they're doing and what they're up to. Me personally, I don't mind. I want them to watch the channels. I want them to see the bad and good behavior. And I mean, wouldn't it be nice if all interactions between people practicing the First Amendment went that smoothly? I mean, we wouldn't have to do it anymore. It would be a non-issue. They seem to be acting the same way towards the people in the car. I mean, this certainly isn't the norm that we see a lot of anymore. But I have no problem with anyone watching my videos, especially the police and the public officials that I record that are behaving silly and having their meltdowns. And actually, they could take a cue from this. If cops aren't threatened by little old me with my camera, the cryptographer certainly shouldn't be, right? Well, we are now an hour long, so they have detained these poor people an hour. That is ridiculous. Oh, now we have some more police on the scene. Good evening.
Doing your due diligence?
Yep. He didn't seem so happy about my presence, huh? But he's an older cop, probably has some rank, and unfortunately a different era. Seems like these younger guys were a little bit more courteous and respectful. I would say it's not looking good for the home team. The home team being the people in the vehicle. So they detained him an hour. To pull them out of the vehicle.
Nice meeting you.
You too. You have a good evening.
You too.
So let's read some body language. She looks nervous, of course. has her arms crossed over her midsection. It's definitely a protective posture. Putting her hands out, that was a gesture of accept what I'm saying. Should I answer questions? How you doing? Well, the first backup guy left. Oh, now we're getting an arrest. Darn it. I was hoping someone would get to let go.
So I let him know that you're just a concerned citizen.
Okay.
And you're going to be recording, so.
Thank you.
We're just gonna park our car inside of here.
Yeah, that's fine. So, just so you know. But it was nice meeting you.
You too. You have a good evening and
Yeah.
stay safe.
I'll see you around.
Oh, can I get your name and ID number, please?
Yeah, sure.
But you can just tell me. It's recorded.
Oh, it's Officer Gaughran, G-A-U-G-H-R-A-N,
Uh-huh.
and ID number 1250.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have a good night.
You too. Ha, I remembered this time. I always forget to do that. Well, shoot. Hate to see someone get arrested. Well, she's handling it pretty well. So I would guess not her first rodeo. And here they go. Cop. Wow, the cop got into the car. I wonder if there's kids or something in there. Oh, that's terrible if that's the case. Maybe the person that's in the passenger seat is a minor. And that's probably why it took so long too. Well, shoot. And I'm sure it was probably such a terrible crime they couldn't just let her go or follow her home and do something like that. I don't know. Well, folks, that's all there is to see. We're going to head on back grab a bite to eat, and go to bed because I got to work tomorrow. Everyone have a nice evening. Please, walking in the mud. I don't want to bust my butt. Everyone, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and look forward to seeing your comments down below. Bye.